Hey, it usually plays through even if it tells you like 20% battery, right? Okay.
Damn, you on 20%, boy?
Yeah, no. Like
Boyo?
the charger just stopped working, I guess.
Boyo McDoyle?
Yeah, I'm down. Alright, but it's whatever.
It's alright, farmers.
Alright, episode 3 of...
Let's get it, let's go.
Welcome back, everybody, to another episode. I'm Herman Schmidtmeyer, and I'm here with...
Bert Helmut von Schnitzel-Nazi.
Von Schnitzel. And, yeah, welcome back. So we're only going to go about 4 or 5 talking points. Probably going to cover some sports stuff, as well as some other like world stuff, and just us a good old time clowning around today. So, Mr. Von Nazi, Von Schnitzel Nazi.
Schnitzel-Nazi.
No, I'm sorry. What is going to be the first thing we're talking about?
Well, our first talking point is: do you think our generation cares about the country the way these politicians email us? Do you care about the country, and do you care about the country? Why or why not?
Dang.
You first, sir. The floor is yours.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I'm watching, dog. You best be careful speaking out of America.
I think it's depends. I mean, a lot of times I think it's just going to be how proximatized or whatever. Is how close it's going to be to you.
Okay.
Because they'll be like we didn't necessarily have the issues that Minnesota had.
Yeah.
Like we don't have the issues Chicago has. We don't even with the outbreak. Like we still didn't even have the same problems a lot of people had.
So should you care more about your state in terms of voting instead of voting for the president?
Not. Oh yeah, we're still good. You're probably like your local stuff is gonna have like a bigger impact on you than on like your well-being, immediate impact than let's say like the president does, because it's kind of weird because when it's weird how politics works in America, because it's like, okay, you'll have like the people voting, right, like when we vote, but then you'll have like the what's the other one?
Electoral college?
Yeah, the electoral college, right? So when Trump won, Hillary won the people vote, but he won the electoral college vote, and I think it overrides it because something about it making it more balanced or fair, and so that's how Trump got in. But I don't think Trump won the electoral vote in 2020, but he did win the people's vote, I think. And people were like, "Oh, it's a scam and all this." I was like, "Nah, he won the same way Hillary won." You know what I mean? So, but no, that's saying if it went like that. I don't remember what happened.
I think when he ran against Hillary, she got the popular vote, but the electoral college vote.
Yeah, but I was saying for when Biden beat Trump.
Oh yeah. I think. Did Biden have the popular vote?
No, I think Trump had the popular vote, and then Biden had the electoral. I think. I'm saying if it went like that. Now, but in terms of the question, I would say that I think we care, but not as much, just because, I mean, you look at history, like, sometimes it's just like, why even try? Sometimes because you're just like, it just seems like it's destined to get messed up in some type, basically in some type of capacity. And they're like, oh, vote. And it's like, oh, so you can get your tax write-offs, put your kids through college, you can get your dopamine hit of, being in power. It's like, what does that have to do with me?
It's like how they're making your everyday life easier.
You narcissistic asshole. Like, and then I think you should care to a certain extent. I mean, you gotta understand, a lot of times the voting is just a reflection of you. Like, you knew what these guys wanted the whole time. And you vote. So you just knew, like, you voted for this, so you can't even really get too mad or disappointed about it. And, but what about you? What do you think?
I think in this generation, in today's day and age, they don't really care too much about the country. You got a lot of young people arguing for socialism and arguing that capitalism is bad, but the majority of them don't understand that if it weren't for their parents being able to work in this society, they wouldn't be able to have food on the table and all that.
Right.
Granted, capitalism, there's time, like when you said, it's unregulated and all that.
Yeah, like...
And you're over here extorting workers for a lower wage than what they should be paid. That's wrong.
FIFA. Them cats, they were importing them by the boat.
But I think a lot of these people blindly vote for these policies that enable that, and and they're so used to pulling themselves up by the bootstrap, they're not aware of what's going on. So they don't really care. They care more about the country, but they don't care about their well-being.
Right, and I think that's just the thing. There's no solution, just only trade-offs. You know what I mean? And so I think that's what people just don't realize. It's like, for me, like even for me as a software development, that seems to be truer and truer every day, because it's like, I can fix these problems for you in your user interface, but then what if we get something where it requires like a bigger load handling on the back end?
Right.
Can our servers handle that? Can our bandwidth handle that?
Right.
Is it even worth it at the end of the day, or should we just scrap the whole idea, disregard, and fly over? But yeah, I think that's true to a certain extent. But I think those who care for socialism, I think some of them just want things to be balanced a lot better. And I can understand that. I mean, you get messed over by the system a whole lot of times. You know, you're just trying to make sure you can get a piece of the pie at the end of the day.
That's true. That is true.
Because you're your own first responder.
Speaking of the system, what do you think about all these percentages of minorities on the system compared to like people who are Caucasian? Because you got over half of America, over 50% of Americans who get food stamps are actually Caucasian. Only around 20% of them are actually minorities, such as Black and Latino.
Right.
Do you think that plays a role in terms of voting?
A lot of times, yeah. I would think so. Especially in those areas. Like you think about California and New York, it's like, oh, you have some. It's hard to say what is absolute, but that's where kind of percentages should give you an idea, because they'll say, well, if I were to ask you, Mr. Politician, how would you handle the homeless epidemic? Well, they need to pick themselves up by their bootstrap. That's not correct. That's not a correct statement. A true statement is true all the time.
Right.
Now, we could swing the pendulum to the other side and be like, oh, well, they're a product of their environment, and they need help, and they need mental restitution and all that. That's not correct either, because there are some people who are just like, F it. I know taxpayers, how the system works. I get my little check all day, and I'm chilling.
Right.
So, like, it swings back and forth. And it's not necessarily, like, I wouldn't even say it's a pendulum or, like, a spectrum. It's like, I would look at it more in a pie graph. So you have, like, a certain percentage who aren't working because they don't want to work. You have a certain percentage who probably do need to go to some type of mental institution and do need help so they can get a job, stuff like that. Right. And then you guys still think about how many people got let off from, like, 2008, 2010, 2012, and then they got stuck and they were never able to, like, actually recover in some type of capacity just because the housing market crashed. Mm-hmm. Then you look at even the amount of people that may have went homeless during COVID.
Yeah, man.
Now that's a new wave. So you got like 2 waves coming in, and it's just like more and more and more. But then you look, a lot of people who do want to work and get out of those situations, they're trying. I do believe people like that try. It's just when you have a system to where you take 1 step forward, but they want to make sure you take 2 steps back because they need you. Like, they want you to need them. And it's like, nah, I'm trying to make sure I can stand up for myself, be my own first responder, and handle my own problems. I don't want you to handle I don't want you to handle my problems. You know what I mean? Because as a fellow taxpayer, I don't want to be a burden on you when I can, if I have the ability, the accessibility, and the capability, I should then fix my own problems. No matter how hard it is what it is. I wear my scars with pride, but I make sure every time I look at those scars in the mirror, I know that's motivation or a reminder that I don't have to go back in that spot again. But the thing is, it's like, oh, well, we don't know how to, instead of I don't want to say wing off, but we don't know how to, like, shoot people out of there, right? Like, oh, okay, let's get you out of there, right? Because you'll be a person that's working full time plus getting benefits, but you get more money just staying full time on the welfare system. You're going to quit your job at McDonald's and you're not going to try anymore because you're getting all your needs met in that type of capacity. But, you try to take a step out, and it's like that first check they get, they're like, oh, you don't, they take all of them off. They don't say, okay, let's deduce it by 10%, and let's try to put you on a projection here. Everything seems to work this way. This is how the laws work, so we're just going to wing you off. So in the next 5 years or the next presidential cycle, hey, guess what? Maybe you have a welding degree or certificate, or maybe you are a manager at McDonald's, but hey, you got a Toyota Corolla, you're able to pay your apartment, you're actually getting benefits, and you're actually able to pay for food on the table for yourself. Because a lot of people, they just want to put a chicken in a pot and have a pot to piss in. Not everybody's trying to be a millionaire, but a lot of people are shooting for a millionaire. Why? Because that's the best probable outcome for you to put a chicken in the pot and for you to have a pot to piss in. Yeah. So, but what about you? What do you think?
I think right now, the way the economy is set up as well, with inflation and all that, and how Joe Biden was talking about attacking all those millionaires and billionaires, raising taxes on them, it crushes the middle class. So many people are and it only leaves the poor and it leaves the elite. You know, the poor, rich and the poor.
Right.
And most people are striving to either have that pot to piss in just for the night or long term.
Exactly.
It crushes the middle class. They're the ones feeling the most of it. And
Yeah.
right now, it really affects the terrain of this country, because most people, if they get the boot from their job because they have to downsize,
Right.
some of them are going to go on the system and be comfortable. You know.
Yeah, because that was like the best thing for them at that time. You gotta understand, like, it's like it's an Occam's razor. It's basically, no, that's not the right way to put it, but a lot of times people are gonna choose a path of least resistance.
Yep.
Like, more than likely, you're gonna choose a path of least resistance, unless, like, after years and years of trying for the path of least resistance, you understand you have to take the straight and narrow path.
Right.
And you realize, like, a lot of it is just like, a lot of people just don't feel like they're getting a lot of, push behind, and so it's like, dude, everybody's so individualistic. It's like, well, look what happened. Look what's happening. And you want me to trust you?
Yeah.
It's like, you trusted the government, and what happened to you? Now, if I trust you, like the way you trusted the government, what's supposed to happen to me?
Yeah.
Exactly. You know what I mean? It was what was it? What was the movie? God, what was it? Fight Club. So there's like a scene where like the guy's putting like the stuff on his hand, burning it or whatever.
Right.
But he was like, what do you say? If God did to human, I forgot how it went, but it was like, if God is like our fathers, then what does that tell us about our fathers when God left? And you're just like, you know what I mean? And that's how a lot of people feel. So I think that's like a lot with our generation. It's like, of course it was going to become more individualistic. I don't think it would have been this bad if COVID never had, like,
COVID would have never happened, man.
COVID was like that DDT, like, boom, straight through the table, the spine of Americans. My God, it's broken in half. Like, that's what happened. But I think a lot of it is just, yeah, for real, that's what happened. The guys just bombed. But if you think about it, like, I think the best thing is just, like, I think a lot of times your friendships are going to get tighter too.
Yep.
But, I mean, honestly, like, I think I may have gotten a little bit more individualistic. But in terms of just putting me first, you're a narcissist. Is it really that bad that I put myself first?
No.
Exactly. But what I would say is, like, I don't mind, like, one of my dreams is just to be able to cook out and just have the bros come over and we just throw carne asada on the grill. Just talking that sports shit, you know what I mean? Just talking shop all day. But I think a lot of things too, it's just, I think this is why so many people are trying to go overseas. Because they're trying to go find like a
movement, all that.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, dog. I'm about to be out there acting a fool. No, I'm playing.
And to piggyback off that point you were making about an individualistic society, do you feel like that has changed the landscape of America? Is the current state of America, is it good or bad in your opinion? Like, when was America at its greatest point? Is it now in an individualistic society?
Dude, to be honest, if I'm like some of the millennials and stuff, like even the people older than us that grew up in the 80s and 90s time, they had it the best. You want me to say? Give me so I can say it. Yeah, I forgot how I worded it. Yeah, but let me see. Okay. Like America all right, this was just me at work, okay? So you guys could debate this or whatever. But I said America was at its greatest point when you could watch WWE Saturday night and get a sermon and wake up to the same type of guy giving you a sermon Sunday morning. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that was actually pretty lit.
Oh, is that the greatest point of America in your eyes?
Yeah. Well, think about it. Like, everybody was going crazy over WWE. Now, if they would have had a little bit of internet to be able to talk like, yo, did you see that or whatever? Like, that would have been crazy. That would have been crazy. But I think the people in the 80s and the 90s sometimes had it the best in terms of, like, actually tight-knit.
Hell yeah, dude.
You know, like, you watch some of that film from, like, 90s high schoolers and stuff,
yeah,
bro, they happy. They're not even coming to school in pajamas, bro.
You know, with the funky white beaters, tank tops,
and jeans. They were chilling, bro.
Not even a lot of makeup either, bro.
And it, like, dude, and the style was so consistent. Like, everybody was wearing baggy jeans.
Yeah.
Wife beaters and all that.
Yeah.
Like, girls were wearing, wife...
I can honestly say my generation, and the generations on forward, like, I really ruined America. Like, from 2001 on forward, we got a lot of these MFs who their parents never told them their feelings don't always matter, and because their parents sat there and babied them and pandered them.
Yeah,
It's
no,
like,
I
man.
think a lot of it was like the people that birthed us and the generations forward. Number one, you got a lot of like people getting born out of wedlock and all that type of
Yeah,
stuff.
man.
And to be honest, like I'm not trying to get into like single parent homes and all this, but it's not like it's like you look at 80s and 90s, that was like the best shot because even then like you had people in single parent homes like really pushing hard. Like you look at the messages they was pushing back then, like they was trying to make sure they was out of trouble and all that. But you look now. Here we go. If you look now, like a lot of the people that like in our generation, because they didn't have like a parent that was maybe a little softer on their parenting, they swung the pendulum all the way to the other side. Now they're trying to be friends with their kids,
Yeah.
but the problem is when I looked at parenting, and I'm not a parent by the way, I ain't got no kids. Don't be saying I got kids either. And we talk about you owe me. Shoot, ain't no kids out here, dog. Deny. That's not my problem. That's not my kid. That's not my kid. But no, it's just so you look at parenting. A lot of times, it's just like being able to face the world or problems of the world in a controlled environment like a house is a lot better than having to face those problems head on in the world when you don't have anybody to help guide you around it. Yeah, like I think about it this way: like world problems are like you see a pothole. All right. Oh Jesus Christ!
God dang it! Damn it, Bobby!
Whoa!
Whoa!
Whoa! All right, we're here back. This is part 2.
Baby, we
Yeah,
back.
we're
Camera
back.
cut out on us, but we back again.
We're back again. I'm back again. Got my swag on. I forgot this is on. All right, so we kind of cut out like the last part about that parenting stuff. Oh well, but we'll go back to one of our other dangerous questions we were asking. You like babies, right? Von Schnitzel
Not
Nazi?
on planes.
Not on planes?
Hell no. If your baby crying on a plane, I'd chuck that shit.
Yeah. So which would you rather save, a baby in a shredder, or a whole grocery store of people,
Well,
and you have to defuse the bomb?
that's the most damn question I've ever heard in my life, dog.
We need to just know who you are. Let the people get to know who you are.
Dog, if anything,
Is this a safe place for kids?
not if they play in your shredders, it ain't. What is a baby doing in the office? Playing with a shredder. You see what I'm saying, dog?
This is soft.
I'm gonna look at those parents and tell them, hey, should have been looking out for your kid, dog.
Yeah,
Niggas die every day, B. It's
Yeah.
tough. What about you? What are you choosing?
I'm saving the baby. When people live their life, they in a grocery store, they already live too much.
The FBI is watching you, dog.
Good. Get a close up.
Get a close up.
Get my good side. Yeah, for real. Get my good side. What's up? Let me get an album cover real quick. Don't be shy. Come here.
Oh my god, bro.
Come here. I'm not
Get a
Toby Maguire. I
close-up.
won't try to run you over.
Get a close up.
Come here. Come here.
Get
How
a
they be in them
headshot.
one-on-ones. Come here. Come here. I'm like, yo, get off my ears. Somebody ever said that on the court, I'm walking off. Come here. Like, get off me. If I was ever doing that jujitsu again and somebody was like, come here. I'd be like, get.
You smell that? Somebody's smoking some.
Somebody smoking some
We're
gas.
recording this shit outside, bro. So if y'all can hear the cars, bear with us. But somebody is smoking
Some
gas
gas.
right now, bro. That's a nightly thing with them, though, dude. They be
Yeah, they
chiefing
be
it up.
chiefing. Shoot, I don't blame them, bro. Listen, you pay your taxes. You ain't no harm, no foul. You just chiefing, bro.
It's facts.
Yeah. What was the other question we left off on? It was the baby, and then we talked about synthetic food. That's where we left off. Yeah. Yeah, I'm saving the baby though.
You still talking about that?
Yeah, I'm saving that baby. Bro, look, I'm gonna save that Gerber, and then we're gonna watch the countdown. I'll be like, watch the fireworks. That baby gonna be like,
watch the fireworks, doggy.
and that baby gonna be.
That's the noise it's gonna make. Say it,
Yeah.
do it again.
That baby gonna be going ballistic sitting in my arms.
Oh my god, bro. You
But so what was you talking about? Synthetic food?
Yeah,
Oh,
bro,
I got the question.
We're talking about
Oh, unless you remembered off the Dizzy Dome.
Nah, bro.
Just like that, just from the I was young Moody in there, just like this, just from the back, just like this. What
Like-
30 say?
That beat was so good too. That beat was insane.
Oh, Dave, you didn't put it on here, but we were talking about like the presence of synthetic food and
How it affects us.
yeah, like what do you think about that? That synthetic food,
Yeah, like Beyond Meat.
yeah, that stuff went crazy.
Yeah, isn't that terrible for you because it's made of soy and your body doesn't recognize it when it tries to process it and break it down?
I don't, I don't know. It's just what's it called food is just. I think food has to be put in a certain way for your body. Well, the thing is, your body breaks down stuff efficiently. It already knows how to break down stuff efficiently. Whether you want to be like God created the image, this best thing, or even evolutionarily speaking, like your body is probably at the best it's been and is going to be for a while before it make that next step.
All right.
But with that being said, it's just like if you don't make the food better, how are you going to think people are going to get better over time?
That's true.
You know what I mean? Like,
But this is America and we eat a lot of processed fat too.
oh, we don't care. Well, here's the thing. It was one thing with McDonald's and stuff because you did not care. Like I knew when I paid $10, I was getting synthetic crap, and I'm okay with it. I'm okay with that.
Facts.
I
You
am
get what
okay
you
with
pay
that.
for.
Yeah, I know what I'm getting. I know. Like when they be coming out with those documentaries. Oh my gosh, look how chicken nuggets are made. I'm like, more for me.
More for me.
Shoot,
Bro,
that's what I'm talking
this
about.
is random, but what is a $10 like if you're paying $10 for food, what do you think would be worth your $10, bro?
Shoot,
What meal?
Whataburger slaps for
Yeah,
sure.
dude, Whataburger's good as fuck. In and out too, man.
In and out.
Fresh
Like
food, all that.
any burger, any double stacked burgers are pretty good with a shake and some fries or mozzarella sticks or
Freddy's
something.
is good as shit
Yeah,
too.
Freddy's is something else too. But something like that for $10, oh, I'm cool with that.
All right.
But it's just when you start charging $25 talking about inflation, it's like, dude, you're acting like the synthetic stuff is gonna cure cancer.
Yeah.
Like
It's not. It's really not.
yeah, like I can take one of your bacon strips and put it on my arm as a band-aid. Are you kidding me? Come on, bro. Come on, bro.
They act like eating.
Yeah.
They act like going vegan is gonna stop the fact they used to
Yeah.
smoke like a chimney.
Yeah, I can wash my ass with one of your eggs. With one of your omelets, I can wash my ass and come out squeaky
A
clean.
synthetic omelet.
With the synthetic omelet up my ass. Pause. Pause on that.
You sound like
Pause.
that guy off The Simpsons.
Yeah. I can wash my ass with the synthetic omelet.
I can wash me ass with it. Yeah. Nah, that's fucking.
Yeah,
crazy.
they acting like what's it called? That ketchup gonna cure diabetes.
Facts, bro.
Yeah.
They be over there eating veggie burgers and shit, swearing they're doing something.
Yeah, nah. Yeah, like this one guy, I didn't watch it, but the comedian was talking about fat vegans. I was like, yeah,
Vegans.
Fat vegans and fat what's it called? What's the person in between vegans?
Vegetarian.
Yeah, vegetarian.
Half gay.
Yeah. Yeah. Half-assers as I like to call them. Which one are you? Which one are you, dog? Come on.
I am a carnivorous man.
Yeah, no. They'd be like, ooh, like half of this, half of that. It's like the world's not a buffet, kiddo. Choose one.
The world's not a buffet, kiddo.
But
Do better.
yeah, it's just like you get tired of that. They'd be like, oh, I'm so healthy. You fat fuck.
Fat fuck.
Like, oh yeah, but they still do the same thing. They still load up like half their diet or 80% of their diet is still carbs.
Yep.
Oh, it was the meat was messing me up. I feel so much better. Like,
The meat was messing me up.
Not,
Pause,
dude, like,
pause.
yeah, pause on that. Pause, bro. Nah, resume. They know what they doing, bro. Like,
damn, man.
Yeah, like, and that's the problem. It's just like the thing is, it's whether you're eating meat, omnivore, whatever. It's like if you're getting it from, if you get a salad from McDonald's versus like a burger, dude, you're still gonna be SOL.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
true.
You know what I mean? Like it all
you're
comes from the
shit
same.
in your body. You're gonna be shit.
Ooh, like veggie shit. Like no,
Veggie
bro.
shit. Soy shit.
Yeah, soy shit.
Tofu
Burger shit.
Burger shit. Burger bean, dog.
Burger bean.
Burger bean, baby.
Yeah, but no, that stuff be irritating me.
But man, they act like they're making the world a better place, and they're over there eating chicken food.
Yeah, and then the thing is too with that synthetic stuff, it's just there's just a point to where you realize it's like, hey, a lot of that stuff like is probably gonna end up killing you in the end, which is crazy.
Yep.
But I mean, the thing is, it seems like they're just. It doesn't seem like any politicians are really trying to take a step in the right direction to be like, okay, we cannot process this. But then at the same time, you can't blame anybody once you figure out that it's processed, especially when like we put the labels on there. We did all this. Like, how much more do we have to tell you that this is bad for you?
Right.
You know, and so it's kind of like, what else do we need to do for you? Because it's like, what do you want us to hold your hand through the grocery store so you know what's wrong and what's not?
Right.
You're just like, dude, there's just a certain part where you got to take accountability for yourself and realize like, okay, maybe I'm the reason I'm a fat fuck.
Whoa, you're making too much sense right now, dog.
Yeah, bro.
Nobody's gonna sit there and
Too
take
much sense and not
accountability
enough dollars.
for that. That's too much sense, not enough dollars.
Yes, sir. Kirby.
I'm telling you, man, Burger King, that's what do they get? They got like what, $1 nuggets? That's
Bro,
mystery
when
meat
they
up
used
in
to have the
there.
$3 3 stack of pancakes,
They
you used to go
serve
run in the
breakfast.
morning and then I would be rolling up. Hey,
They used to serve breakfast at Burger King.
they still do.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Dead ass?
Kurger Bean got the brick.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah, Kurger Bean got it, dog.
Oh no, that's crazy.
Yeah, there. Yeah, Kurger Bean, where's that? Now the thing is like, dude, is this synthetic food really this bad? Because think about how many NBA draft players we're still creating out here.
Yeah, bro.
Like, think about it. All these look, like if it was really that bad, would the hood be producing NBA powerhouses like this?
Yeah, them
Right,
dudes
that's how you know.
raised off of like Popeyes.
Yeah, that's how you know. Churches like this, look, they be like that. They just slide that chicken in front of them to see what they do.
Popeyes for sure, dude.
Yeah, but no, you think about it. You're just like, bro, if these cats are still balling out, but then again, it's a hit or miss. Either you're diabetic or you're a first round draft pick.
Yeah, it's true. You either take up space or you make one.
Yeah, basically, you either throw in furniture or it throws you. Yeah, like that movie, The Whale or whatever.
The Whale.
Yeah, that was
the hell.
Yeah, you won't believe it. It was a beached whale. Nah, I'm just playing. It was
I was like, dude,
yeah.
what? They made a movie about a beach whale?
Nah, basically this guy.
They got Lizzo at the beach.
Nah, they got this this 600-pound life guy, just strolling through a wheelchair, rolling around, and he teaches English. Yeah. And
he's strolling in a wheelchair, teaching English
on
dude,
that Zoom call,
if
bro.
I ever had when I have kids and if their English teacher is obese, I'm gonna be like, nigga, grade your body, dog.
Grade your body. Nah, because he like rolled up to the fridge, got some pizza out, and then poured ranch on it. Was on a call,
That's
and I
disgusting.
Yeah. That's why.
That's sickening, dog.
Mm-hmm. But you know what I did right after I seen that? I rolled up to Papa John's. Better ingredients, better pizza.
Papa John's sucks. You need to be banned for going there, dog.
Real food, real niggas, Papa John's.
Papa John's was like, y'all niggas want some pizza?
Bro, I'm telling you, if it goes down the drain, we should have just gave them a yellow card, slap on the wrist, and said, don't say it again.
Yeah, bro.
Other than that,
I can't even think of a meal that I can defend from there, though. Because Dad used to get the pizza. The pizza sucked.
Pizza's not bad, depending on which one. The peppers were good, honestly. No, they're garlic nuts?
I heard those were
fire.
The garlic nuts.
Fire for that.
I remember they had a commercial with like Jim Nantz. And he called him like the garlic Nantz.
Yeah, the garlic nuts. It's
football
perfect.
Commentator. But yeah, man, other than that,
I don't know.
And they got the Peyton Manning collab too, right?
Yeah, bro, that's when he was doing his best. It was when he was lacing up.
Neck, bro.
Yeah.
The pre-retirement neck.
Post-op?
Post-op, dog. No Marvin Harrison. He just had a raw dog it.
Yeah, nah, that was good. But what else we want to talk about? We was talking about pizza. What else? Oh, I forgot. I got the talking point. I'm acting like I'm on a Funk Flex trying to give a cipher right now.
Funk Flex trying to give us. You running out of things to say off the top of the dome?
That's called motherfucking bars, nigga.
Bars.
All right. So we talked about the baby shredder. Talked about food and processed food. All right. You got to perform at a family member funeral. You either got to make a song or do a comedy special. Which one you gonna do?
I could probably do a comedy special.
All right, we got you on the clock for 5 minutes. Oh, she was such a good woman. And now, to give his condolences, next up, we're gonna have Von Schnitzel Nazi go ahead and give his condolences about his grandmother.
Well, you know, Granny, she was a great woman.
Yes, she was.
She used to make great food.
Amen.
Now she's out to make a great host up in heaven, you know?
Okay. Yeah,
She's
we like that.
She's a great, noble woman.
Mm-hmm.
But god damn it, who's supposed to make my fried chicken on the fucking weekends?
Bro, yeah, you're bad. Get out of here, bro. What type of punchline was that? That was like a Mike Tyson to the liver, dog. No punchline.
We can't do this shit without her, man. We need her ass to cook up in that kitchen. We don't need her going to heaven, dog.
I can agree. She was taken too soon, my brother.
Thank you. I'll be here all week.
I'm gonna even, you want to try one more? We'll give you one more chance.
Nah, one more chance.
I'll give you
Ray
one.
didn't even get one more chance. All right. I'll be out. Oh my God! All right, your turn. What you doing?
I'll probably do the
special at the funeral.
Yeah, I'll do a
Oh,
special,
all right. Reverse Uno card. Here to reminisce on his grandma, Mary White, ladies.
Yo, you gonna give him the government? You gonna give him my government?
Oh, what's your stage name again?
I forgot. Von
What'd you say your name was?
Hubert Von Weasel.
Hubert. All right. Here to give a eulogy for his grandma, Hubert Von Weasel.
What'd she die of?
Cancer. Matter of fact, cardiac arrest. The true killer in America.
Oh, I don't even know how much I want to say. She was such a good woman.
So the episode cut out, guys. We weren't able to finish the rest of it that night, but thank you for joining us once again for another episode of the Headless Horsemen podcast, where we get a little headless, a little reckless, but we bring it all in. See you guys in the next episode. Bye.